celebrate this year's Esperanza Award nominees and winner. As a past recipient of this prestigious award, I know firsthand the significance of this recognition and the profound impact that it can have. The Esperanza Award is not just a symbol of achievement, but also evidence of the hard work and dedication, commitment to uplifting our community. Tonight, we acknowledge the incredible efforts of those who have gone above and beyond in their service, leadership, advocacy. Each nominee represents the very best of what our community has to offer, and their contributions inspire us all to strive for a greater excellence. As we honor these outstanding individuals, let us remember that the Esperanza Award is more than just an accolade. It's a call to continue the important work of making a difference in the lives of others. It is a reminder that together we can create a brighter future for the Latino community and for St. Louis as a whole. Without further ado, it is my great pleasure to present tonight's Esperanza Award nominees. Dr. Natalia Garcia, Martha Garcia Camden, Octavio Nieto, Karlos Ramírez, Maricel Salas Cruz, and the winner is from Wilkins. I could not think of a better, hard-working person to deserves this award than Karlos Ramírez.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I really want to thank a lot of people, and I've been fortunate to get a lot of different awards, but to be honest, this one means probably the most to me, because as has been said today, this is from my head. You know, I mean, so I definitely want to thank HLG. HLG is one of the oldest Latino-led organizations in the region, and so of course everybody's giving them out now as their flowers as they well deserve it, you know. And But I think for me, while absolutely they deserve all of it, I really want to talk to and appreciate the new blood, the younger generation. I think it's so important. Of course, I want to thank the selection committee that's selected me, because I'm not sure I've really been nominated for this before, so thank you so much for, and of course, my fellow nominees. I really believe anybody could have won. I really feel like everybody was solid. And although she's not here, but you're not nominated, so I don't know who's the one that nominated me. I do want to thank her. I recently read a book that was actually Will Smith's autobiography. And don't worry, I'm not going to slap anybody. But one of the things that really resonated, because I think I'm very introspective. One of the things that resonated with me about his book was that he said he was always afraid. His whole life he was afraid. And I realized that was me. My whole life I've been afraid not to succeed, afraid of what's going to happen. My mom used to tell me, you take life so seriously. And I used to think, Mom, life's serious. And I was just always afraid. And so for me, the fact that I'm given the Esperanza award, when we think about it, what does Esperanza mean? It was hope. And while I was afraid and I've been afraid, I always had hope. Always had hope, I think in many ways I was just ignorant. I didn't know any better. I just did things. My parents worked, so I worked. I started working at 12 years old at a restaurant and have been working ever since. And at times when I was in college, I had 3 jobs and I just worked with the hope that I would do something. I'm a first generation Mexican American, first generation college student, first generation master's. And for me, one of the things that I try to teach my kids and anybody I talk to is we gotta fight. We gotta fight. And luckily, unfortunately, I'm not sure where I physically had to fight a lot. But, I tell my kids I want them to fight for what they want, fight for their desires. To have that hope in the fight. And I think I've only said this once out loud to people, and I'm a big sports fan, and Rocky movies are like awesome to me, right? And arguably the worst Rocky movie is Rocky 5. But for me, there's a line in there that honestly I get emotional every time. It may seem cheesy to you, but I can't tell you how many times it's lifted me up. But there's a scene where he's fighting on the streets, Rocky's fighting on the streets, and he gets a flashback to Mickey. And anytime I feel down, I literally think of that scene where he says, "Get out of this son of a bitch!" Because Mickey loves that. And for whatever reason, whenever I'm down, whenever I feel like I'm failing, whenever something is just going my way, and I feel like I don't know if I can do it, I just think to myself, "Get up, son of a bitch." And fight. And fight, and fight, and fight. So, what many of you may not know is, I said I was a first generation college student. I was a PE major. I had no idea that I could make it in college. I did everything late. Fortunately, I grew up with a lot of allies. So for the non-Latinos that are in this room, allies are incredible supporters. They are the people we need in our lives. And absolutely, I grew up in Kellogg, Illinois, a small town about 60 miles outside of Chicago. The majority of my friends were rich white kids. And I learned everything from them, but I learned it always later. They're like, "Oh, my parents were mad because I didn't apply for colleges." And it just kept going on and on. I kept making mistakes, but I kept fighting. I kept moving forward. And I had that hope. What am I going to do? And I had the hope. I've changed my careers 3 different times. I was a PE teacher for a year. Then I got the opportunity to get into higher ed. Did that for 15 years. Then I got the opportunity to work at a Hispanic chamber. Did that for 10 years. Then I got the opportunity to work in a bank. And I said, let's do it. Because I fight. Because I have hope that I'm gonna survive. I know, like, I know I can fight, and I know nobody's gonna work. I'll work me, and I know I'm gonna fight. You know, and so I share these comments mostly because most of you are already, succeeded. But I really want to share this more with the young kids in the room, the young professionals. I see young people here. The young lady, Ayana Branch, who sang the national anthem. Alina Castro, who's a young professional who I've seen grow up and do incredible things. And of course, my daughter, Ramírez, my son, Cristian, as well. I often tell them that I don't want you guys to be like me. I want you to be better than me. I made so many mistakes, and I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. And so, of course, I couldn't have done any of this without community and support. And we're talking, even my friends were genuinely, I believe, and I'd like to think I would have survived, I'd like to think I would have succeeded, but I know I wouldn't have been able to do it without the good influence of my friends in high school that I'm still friends with. We have a text message and we still talk smack to each other and we still joke around, and it's a great time. Obviously, I can't talk about sport without talking about my wife, without talking about my siblings, without talking about my parents, of course. And I know that I've said all my life, and everything I've ever done is to make my mom proud. But I also know that I wouldn't have been able to do half the things without my dad showing me discipline. So thank you both, Mom and Dad. Thank you so much. And so, whether we're talking about young professionals, whether we're talking about, up and coming young kids, like, please fight. Fight for what you believe in and have that hope. Esperanza forever. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, thank you all for such a wonderful evening. I really congratulations, Karlos. Thank you for being a mentor to so many of us, and thank you for supporting this next generation of young leaders. And I really love this shout out for our young leaders. If you don't know, as an initiative of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we have a jóvenes profesionales group. So if you are a joven who considers yourself a joven profesional, please come join us. We meet monthly, once a month. It's a really an opportunity to get together, join forces, and support one another. Our Chairman Champion Award has already been announced, but I want to talk a little bit about Hitman A1 real quickly. Over the past year, and especially the last 2 months, I've had the privilege of getting to know Hitman and witnessing the incredible impact he has made. I want to read you a little bit of his bio because it's quite impressive. He arrived in 2011 with the goal of learning English, leaving behind a legal career because he wanted all of his heart. He wanted to pursue his love, Rocio Martinez, who he is now with, and their beautiful daughter. Despite not knowing English, he decided to continue his legal career. As an attorney, his primary mission has been to serve and empower the immigrant community. And over the past year, his firm, Gonzalez Law Firm, has devoted a significant amount of time and resources to volunteer efforts, including outreach to the Latino community with Crisis Nursery. And in fact, since 2019, he has served nearly 1,000 individuals who have benefited from over $60,000 worth of pro bono legal services. Thank you, Germán, for what you do for the community. As a social worker, I love that Germán says that he has the heart of a social worker. He works holistically with his clients, listening to their needs beyond just legal matters. He makes sure that they're connected with resources and with any additional support that they need. His commitment goes beyond his legal practice. He actively collaborates with community leaders, providing legal advice and participates in numerous events to foster community support. Additionally, Germán founded a mentorship program at the Hispanic Bar Association in St. Louis, designed to support minority law students here in the region. He volunteers with the Conflict Resolution Center in St. Louis and gives talk on immigration to encourage empathy for immigrants. What I admire most about Germán is his unwavering dedication to helping others. He goes above and beyond to ensure that people he serves have access to the resources he needs. I had the opportunity to get to know Germán just this June when Speaker Dean Parker announced a special committee on illegal immigrant crime. The Hispanic Leaders Group was, of course, ready to act, and I needed somebody with a deep expertise in immigration law by my side. I happened to run into Karlos during the July 4th parade, and it just clicked. I knew he was the right person. Without hesitation, I asked him to join me in Jefferson City just a few days later, and he immediately agreed. During the journey, I learned that a couple of things. First, that I drive a little bit too fast for Karlos. I nearly gave him a heart attack. But more importantly, I discovered how incredibly hardworking he is, and how deeply he cares about our community. We bonded over our shared love for the people that we serve, and for that, I'm truly grateful. Germán, it's an honor to present you with this award. Please come forward to accept the Chairman Champion Award.
Now it was my turn to talk. First, I want to begin by thanking Ramírez for his immense work and advocating for the community, and also to the Hispanic board of directors for all the immense work that they do. And I want to thank everyone that has supported me. When I started my career, I was contacted first by Alexander Johnson, who contacted me and said, "We want to join the BAM, the Hispanic Bar Association." I gladly said, "Of course." Shortly after that, I opened my business where my Ramírez from Crisis Nursery invited me to collaborate with the Latin Outreach Program, which I gladly being part and helping many people there. And I didn't want to become an attorney. I want to be a psychologist. I have always been always thought that suited me better. I never wanted to learn English or live or visit in the United States. Clearly, I do not know how to plan my future. But life has taken me to many places and opened doors I never expected. I have always thought that I don't know. I am from, if you don't know that I am from Colombia, and my name is spelled in German, but the best way to say it is German. Just thinking my wife is here, I am German. Now, according to the statistics, 4% of Colombians has a postgraduate degree. That means over 95% of the population has not had the opportunity I had in my country. It is no different from any Latin American countries. I was a Boy Scout for many years, and this motto started with me. Leave this place better than you found it. My mission is to leave this world better than I was before me. All I need to do is change myself, which is enough to start the gears of change. So I created Celebraron to provide a holistic legal services from a human perspective. Immigrants not only need immigration law, but also assistance with other areas of life and law. My passion is to connect them with local organizations that offer additional support to help them thrive in the community. Tonight, I'm humbled to receive this award, but honestly, it does not just feel like a recognition. It feels like a responsibility. I accept it on behalf of the silent champions. Silent champions like my wife, Rocío Martinez, who support me every day, being an incredible mother and to whom I am eternally grateful for being my life partner. And to my daughter, Mina Luna, who asked me, okay, when I was still at the office, and she wants to go to sleep with me, broke my mind. There are many other silent champions, those who wake up every morning to support their families, to help their communities, and to help lift this country up. But most of all, I accept this on behalf of the silent champions who constantly fear being removed from this country. They work hard, love deeply, and contribute immensely, yet life under attack. Their only sins was seeking a better life because of extortion, because of murder, of threats, because of rape, torture, poverty, and much more. They were not given the opportunity that I had to go to school, to have a type of support to make a normal, decent life. So tonight, I ask you to applaud them. Applaud the immigrants who persevere despite the odds, and applaud those who fight for them. Thank you.
Pues así llegamos a lo más importante del final de Esperanza 2024, que si no pudiste venir,
Can you please come back to the stage, please? Now, I would like to welcome the American